Hey there everyone, and welcome back. My name's Chaos Unison, and you guys are joining me here again on the OmniCraft server. Now, last episode, we went around searching new sites and new things to see with 1.17 having just been released. We ended up going around collecting all of the new different types of blocks, like iron, gold, all the copper, and all of its different variants. We also added in our storage system here all the amethyst crystals, shards, dripstone, glowberries, moss blocks, all the azaleas as well. So yeah, getting it all a bit together. We ended up doing a little bit of redecorating down here with swapping things out from stone bricks to deep slate. And we also added in all of these new bubble elevators that take us all to the different floors, with each being color coded. So you just take the color that you want associated to the floor that you want to go to, and it'll spit you right out there. Neat little trick with just one magma block and one soul sand at the bottom is that no matter what floor you're on, that same color will take you back down to the same floor. A little damage there, but hey, that's what we have to reach and peek at. And then also a nice hole for swooping down real quick. So today, I wanted to show to you guys a little bit of a project I've been starting up, and have a little bit of a cavern coming down here to a bigger space that I've cleared out. Now, last episode, we were talking about the awesome new way that we can now get renewable lava within 1.17 by using cauldrons, dripstone. So, I think what we're going to start today is crafting a bunch of buckets, getting lava in place, building us a lava farm, and tying it to a super smelter that I've bust out some room over here to also add in for us. So all the lava buckets will be swept up from here in this side of the room and brought over to be all of our fuel for a massive 64 furnace smelter system here that will take items from above and pump them all back up to our storage system, while filtering out all the buckets to send back to the lava farm. So yeah, I think for right now, let's go ahead and hop into a time lapse and start getting that smelter built up. we're back. So we've got pretty much all of the smelter system built up here. We've got some chests over here that will house all of our lava buckets and drop them off into chest minecarts using a minecart loader system. And then on this side, we've got all of our items coming in from our input chest that was up above here, and sorting them into 4 different hopper chains so that we get an even distribution across all 64 of our furnaces, so we can at least try to get some optimized results. Then down here, we've got a bucket system, or a bucket filter system, that will pull out all of the empty buckets and send them back to the lava farm for use there. And then last, we have this last chain that goes up to our storage system, so that all of the smelted items will just get instantaneously, or not instantaneously, but will get automatically sorted into our sorting system, so that we don't have to worry about an output chest, it backing up the system or anything. Just a little bit more convenient there. So now I've cleared up a little bit more area over here for our lava farm, which will make sense in a second here. But yeah, I think for the time being, let's go ahead and hop back into a time lapse again and get this lava farm built up. Okay guys, and we're back. Hope you enjoyed that. Now, we're almost done with the lava farm, but as you can see here, we're missing one pretty important part to this farm, which is the lava. And yeah, we'll get to that in a second here, but for the time being, we've got all of these bucket drop-off stations, or pickup stations, around the track here. Oop. What are you doing over there, good sir? Not near my redstone, please. Thank you. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so we've got this nifty little bucket delivery system where we're going to have a hopper minecart come around and drop buckets off to each of these droppers. And we'll get refilled with empty buckets up here. Buckets we'll pick up lava from all of the cauldrons while we're going through this track here with a full inventory, so they all just pop out and get collected by more hopper minecarts underneath. And then all of these will come into this hopper here and get sent off over to our lava system over there. So now our next step is to actually get all of the lava in here. And this brings us to a bit of an issue, because if you take a look here, you can see that only lava source blocks will actually fill up cauldrons underneath them. I've had this running for several hours now, and as you can see, if it's flowing lava, it's just not going to fill up that cauldron. So we need a lava source block for each and every one of these squares, which is about 500 or so. I've got a decent amount of lava here already, but we're going to need a lot more. A lot. Now, at this point, I think we're going to need to take a trip to the Nether. So this is where I usually come to scoop up some lava buckets for fuel sources in the past, and I think it would be a great chance to fuel up our lava farm here. So what I'm just going to do is plop down all of these empty shulkers that we're going to fill up with lava buckets, and once we get that done, we're going to take off all of our gear, all of our good little bits, and take some of these buckets, and I have them around here somewhere here, there we go, and some fire resistance potions so that we can stay safe in the lava. So what I'm going to do is pop down a lot of my gear. I like to have the pickaxe just in case things go sideways, but yep, let's pop on one of these and start collecting some of this lava. Back at the lava farm now, and we've now collected up about 20 whole shulker boxes of lava buckets now, bringing our total to well over 500, so we should be good to be able to get a lava source block on each and every one of these dripstones so that we can start actually farming up some of the lava from our cauldrons. We've got a little bit more work to do here, still need to actually hook up the lava line to those chests over there, filter out any buckets that the hopper minecarts underneath might pick up that get spit out by the droppers, just so that they get put back into the empty bucket line here. And then the last thing I do want to do is add a little bit more to our input system here. I'm thinking of actually having a shulker box unloader over here, so we can just dump in like 20-30 shulker boxes of items to smelt, and they'll slowly get pulled all out. Wanted kind of a quick system for items I really want to get smelted quickly, and then have kind of a more bulk storage or bulk smelting kind of running in the background too. So I think what we're gonna do is hop into one final time lapse here just to get this all finished up. Trust me, it's almost over. bum 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 bum. And we're done, guys. So, got the lava farm all finished up. So you can see, we've got pretty much all of the cauldrons here more or less filled up all together now. We've got all of the bucket feed tape that goes to the lava collection there and dispensing into all of the furnaces. We've got the bucket filter here so that if any of the hopper minecarts underneath bring back empty buckets, they get put back into the dispensers here. We've also got behind here, hello there, we got, it's probably easier to show up here. But yeah, behind here, we've got a shulker box unloader and a creeper in there apparently. Ooh, no. Got to light that place up. You know what? We're just gonna leave you right there, buddy. No harm, no foul. No one's going back there anyway. So yeah, we've got the super smelter where we can put stackables, just like raw things like stone, iron, other things like that into the chest on the left. And then on the right here, we can put in full shulker boxes that will get emptied out of all of their items and put into the smelter, smelted down, all that good stuff. And the empty shulker boxes get sent back up to our the same output chest we have for the empty shulker boxes from our storage system that we can also do full shulker box unloading. So now, oh yeah, one last thing. Put in a couple of indicator lights. The bottom ones when there's a little bit of fuel in the system, not all that much. The top ones when it's full, more or less, at least. So it's when that chest up there is full, we can get some more going back into the hoppers. But for the most part, I think this is pretty much ready to test so that we can get a good amount of lava going now. So let me show you guys how this farm works. So first thing we gotta do is pretty much stock up all of our inventory here so that we can't pick up anything else. And then what we just want to do is pop down here in the minecart and have at it. Now, the one difficulty of this farm is that we do have to wait for more buckets. See, all of these will get picked up. But yeah, we do have to wait for more buckets, and we can't just auto-click at the top here, unfortunately. I tried this out in a creative testing world, but unfortunately, the lava sometimes will end up getting placed on the corner of the cauldron and get placed underneath with you. You can end up dying from all of the actual lava being spilled out onto the farm, which is no good. So usually what I think I'm going to do for this farm is just leave it non-AFKable, but just come down and refuel. And we're going to do a little test here to see how long it takes to fill this whole thing up. So see you guys here in a little bit. So spent about 20 minutes or so over at the lava farm, just gathering up as much as we possibly could. And actually looking pretty good here. It seems, some vines got through. But yeah, for the most part, it seems like we're actually we've got like all three of these pretty much filled out, with some trickling in on the fourth one. So I'd say we're probably solid 75% of the way full after just 20 minutes. So half an hour was getting to the point where there just wasn't enough lava in these. I mean, sure you can see some, but I wasn't going through all 16 buckets that I could have in my hotbar here for every station that was coming up and refilling my bucket. So felt it's probably about time to check on the system, and looks great. We've got the first light on, which means we've got a decent amount of fuel in there, and the next one we'll be waiting for probably another 5-10 minutes or so. But in the meanwhile, let's come up and test the actual smelter. So I think just as a quick baseline test, let's just, pick up some amount of any item. So let's just pick stone bricks and we'll smelt them up into the cracked stone version. So let's try that out with just the basic item dump. I love how fast all of these items just pull out. It's so satisfying to watch. I'm actually gonna pull a couple shulker boxes too, just so we can test the shulker unloading and to transport some larger amounts of items. And yeah, I know I don't need this many cracked stone bricks, but this is more just for a test example. Now, I'm not too worried about the fact that lava buckets can smelt 100 items per bucket, and because I'm distributing the items between 64 smelters, it means just to go through one lava bucket would be 6,400 items, or like 4 or 5 shulker boxes worth. So I'm not too worried because the lava is just so abundant. It's so easy to get. 20 minutes, and that's probably a couple hundred lava buckets at least. So I'm feeling pretty good with not having to worry too much about being super conservative with my lava. But yeah, let's give shulker box a try, and then let's toss some more in here. Let's get these guys down. Oop. Let's get some more in here. And pop in that guy there too. So let's come on down now to the lower level. We can take the red elevator to go down to the smelter. And let's see. Okay, seems like everything's still filling up. Seems like about to get there though. And it's nice because these are roughly even, not entirely, but that one's 50, like less than 10 blocks difference between them. Not too worried about that. Cool. Those go off and smelters start up. These guys will refill. I think it should be just about the time it takes both of these to smelt. Let's take a look. And there it goes. Perfect. We're not really wasting too much in terms of fuel time as long as we have items that need to be smelted. Ah, what's on top of me? Okay, we're good. We're good. All good. And yeah, all of the buckets should be coming back through this system here. We might be able to catch some in the chest, but they may have already gone off because when we use the first bucket, the flames here will ignite and the bucket will empty and get passed through the smelter. Now let's come back up and check our cracked stone bricks so that we can see if the items are making their way all the way to the sorting system. Maybe not yet. Okay, I might have made a mistake somewhere. Let's cut to where that is. Alright, so we found the problem here. Seems that all of the output is being clogged up because I didn't realize this redstone block, of course, would be coming down right on top of this hopper and locking it. So we're actually going to have to figure out a way around this with our current design. Probably will move all of that one block lower. Also did have an issue here where we've got an extra observer here so that this guy can't get pushed up by the piston when the comparator gives a signal out when something needs to be sent out the dropper vader. So yeah, I'm gonna fix this up off camera and we'll be back here in a little bit. Alright, looks like we got that little issue figured out now. Ended up lowering all of the item sorters by one level and was enough to get the hoppers far enough away from the redstone block so that all of the items would start filtering in here. So yeah, looks like the smelter's working, the lava farm's working. Now all that's left is, well, let's light it up because yeah, I was seeing a couple of zombies, couple of creepers spawning here. So I want to get all these back alleys and everything lit up, and then I think we're gonna start decorating this too. Make it look all nice, get this giant chest monster out of here. This is just, yeah, a little ridiculous, but hey, it was needed to build the farm as is. So yeah, I think we're gonna tidy this place up a little bit and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so we finished decorating up the farm and wanted to give you guys a little bit of a tour. So first coming down, we've got this cave tunnel that we dug out, lead down to it with the cobblestone, or the cobbled deep slate, and some ore textures in here as well, just to kind of give it a little bit more variety. We've got the cave vines, the dripstone, all leading down to this kind of bigger area where we turned kind of this polar opposite type deal with lava on one side and water on the other, kind of creating a little bit of a balance between the two sides, with the basalt, with the lava, and more lush vegetation with the water. I think it turned out really well here. I'm really excited about this. There's a little bit more that could be spruced up, but I think for my skills, this is actually pretty darn good. So all leading to the dripstone here in the middle, which just makes this cave look like it had this massive dripstone deposit that we just took apart and used for our farm here, just to get all the lava from it. Gave a little bit more shape to the cave side here, and just kind of touched up all of the little side bits that I could relatively easily get to. Made a beacon fountain here. Thought it would be a good use just to have some slabs down here, give it this nice kind of more man-made feel as we move to the tiles, which will lead us to the bucket drop-off system that will drop off more empty buckets to the dispensers or droppers should we ever need to add more there, and as well leading us to the whole furnace array. So what I ended up doing was putting pressure plates in front of each of the furnaces on top of a solid block, which when an item is finished smelting allows me to just take it out and take all the XP from the furnace, which is nice. Coming back here, we can see did a little bit more decoration with some ores, lanterns. Kind of still want to make this feel like we just took over this cave in order to make our lava farm and super smelter. Coming back here though, magic fades a little, but we've got all of the access to all of the minecarts should any of them get stuck, or the lava buckets here in case we need to just pinch any off the top for something else that we're looking for. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the farm, and I'm just really ecstatic about how well this turned out. I just think it looks amazing. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. That'd be great. See what else we could add to kind of bring this a little bit more to life. So that just about wraps up our episode for today. I'm really happy with how that farm turned out. I think next episode we're going to be building some more farms that have to do with the logo that you see behind me. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like and maybe a comment down below. Subscribe if you want to see some more content like this, and thank you again so much for watching. Have a good one, everyone.